Life has never promised comfort. Every generation faces storms that seem impossible while they are living through them. Economic uncertainty, personal loss, betrayal, failure, loneliness, and unexpected change have shaped every great civilization and every remarkable individual in history. Hard times are not exceptions to life, they are part of life. The real question is never whether hardship will arrive. The question is who you will become when it does. Most people believe strength is something they either have or they don't. They look at successful individuals and imagine they were born with confidence, resilience, or extraordinary determination. But history tells a different story. Strength is not inherited, it is forged. It is created in moments when giving up seems easier than taking another step. Every setback carries within it the possibility of transformation, but only if you choose to face reality instead of running from it. Adversity has always been one of life's greatest teachers, even though it rarely feels like a gift when you are living through it. Every person dreams of a life filled with comfort, certainty, and uninterrupted success. But history tells us that the strongest individuals were shaped during their hardest seasons. Challenges reveal qualities that comfort can never uncover. When everything is going well, it is easy to believe you are capable, patient, and determined. It is only when life tests your limits that your true character begins to emerge. Hardship strips away illusions and forces you to discover what you are really made of. Instead of seeing adversity as an enemy sent to destroy your progress, begin to view it as a training ground preparing you for responsibilities and opportunities that require greater strength than you currently possess. Every obstacle carries within it a hidden lesson, but only those who remain curious instead of defeated are able to uncover it. The difference between people who rise after failure and those who remain trapped by it is not talent or luck. It is their willingness to learn from every difficult experience. They understand that setbacks are temporary, but the wisdom gained from overcoming them can last a lifetime. Every disappointment teaches patience. Every rejection develops resilience. Every mistake expands your understanding of what works and what does not. Instead of asking why life has become difficult, ask what new abilities this situation is demanding from you. That simple shift in perspective changes adversity from a punishment into preparation. Growth rarely happens when everything is comfortable, because comfort encourages repetition rather than transformation. The human mind becomes creative when familiar solutions no longer work. Many of the world's greatest inventions, discoveries, and breakthroughs were born during periods of crisis because necessity forced people to think differently. The same principle applies to your own life. Difficult moments challenge you to become more resourceful, more disciplined, and more adaptable than you have ever been before. These qualities become permanent assets that remain long after the crisis has passed. Every challenge you survive increases your confidence because you carry undeniable proof that you are stronger than you once believed. Confidence built on experience is far more powerful than confidence built on praise, because it cannot easily be taken away. When you have faced uncertainty, loss, failure, and fear, yet continued moving forward, you develop a quiet belief in yourself that does not depend on external approval. You begin to trust your ability to handle whatever comes next because you have already survived moments you once thought would break you. This inner confidence becomes one of your greatest strengths in every area of life. Adversity also teaches emotional discipline. During difficult seasons, emotions fluctuate constantly. Fear, frustration, disappointment, and doubt often appear without warning. If you allow every emotion to dictate your actions, your progress becomes inconsistent and unpredictable. Strong people acknowledge their emotions without allowing them to control their decisions. They continue working even when motivation disappears. They continue learning even when results seem distant. They continue believing even when evidence appears limited. This ability to act according to purpose, rather than emotion, separates those who merely endure hardship from those who grow because of it. Another powerful lesson adversity offers is gratitude. It often takes losing something before people truly appreciate its value. Hardship has a way of removing distractions and revealing what genuinely matters. Health, meaningful relationships, integrity, knowledge, and inner peace become far more valuable than temporary pleasures or material success. When your priorities become clear, your decisions improve because you stop chasing what looks impressive and begin investing in what creates lasting fulfillment. Difficult experiences also deepen compassion. People who have suffered often develop greater understanding toward the struggles of others because they know what pain feels like. This emotional maturity strengthens relationships and builds trust, allowing you to become someone others can rely on during their own difficult seasons. Rather than becoming bitter, you become wiser. Rather than becoming cynical, you become more understanding. This transformation creates influence that cannot be purchased or imitated. Every hardship also teaches patience with the process of growth. Society often celebrates overnight success, but lasting achievement is almost always the result of years of persistence through invisible struggles. Trees spend years strengthening their roots before reaching impressive heights. Athletes endure countless hours of unseen practice before standing on championship stages. Great leaders often experience repeated failures before earning public recognition. Your own progress follows the same pattern. The work you do during difficult seasons may not produce immediate rewards, but it builds foundations capable of supporting extraordinary success in the future. Nothing meaningful is wasted when every challenge becomes part of your education. Life has a remarkable way of connecting today's struggles with tomorrow's opportunities. Skills developed during adversity often become the exact qualities needed for future breakthroughs. Patience developed through waiting becomes essential for leadership. Discipline developed through hardship becomes the foundation for excellence. Courage developed through uncertainty becomes the strength that inspires others. Looking back, many successful people realize they would never have become who they are without the difficulties they once wished to escape. The obstacles they hated eventually became the experiences they valued most because those challenges transformed ordinary potential into extraordinary capability. Every difficult season presents a choice. You can allow adversity to convince you that life is unfair and remain trapped by disappointment, or you can allow it to reshape your thinking, strengthen your character, and prepare you for a future greater than anything comfort alone could have created. The strongest people are not those who avoid hardship, but those who allow every challenge to refine their mind, strengthen their spirit, and expand their capacity to achieve meaningful success daily. Discipline is the quiet force that transforms ordinary people into extraordinary individuals. It does not depend on talent, luck, intelligence, or perfect circumstances. It depends on a decision that is made repeatedly, even when no one is watching, and even when the results are invisible. During hard times, motivation becomes unreliable because emotions change from one day to the next. Some mornings you wake up feeling inspired, while others begin with doubt, exhaustion, or frustration. If your progress depends entirely on how you feel, adversity will eventually stop you. Discipline, however, creates consistency regardless of emotional conditions. It allows you to keep moving forward when the path becomes uncertain, and it teaches your mind that commitment is more powerful than temporary feelings. Every small action completed with consistency strengthens your ability to face future challenges with greater confidence. Resilience is not created during moments of victory. It is built during ordinary days when you choose to continue despite discomfort, disappointment, or slow progress. Every disciplined action becomes another brick in the foundation of a stronger character. Many people misunderstand resilience because they imagine it as an extraordinary quality possessed by only a few exceptional individuals. In reality, resilience is built through ordinary habits, repeated over long periods of time. Waking up when you promised yourself you would, reading a few pages each day, exercising even when you feel tired, learning a new skill instead of wasting hours on distractions, and keeping your word to yourself are simple practices that gradually reshape your identity. These habits may appear insignificant in isolation, but together they create a mindset that refuses to surrender when life becomes difficult. Every promise you keep to yourself increases self-trust. When you repeatedly prove that your actions match your intentions, you begin to believe in your own ability to overcome obstacles. That confidence becomes an internal source of strength that no external setback can easily destroy. Hard times often expose the weaknesses hidden beneath comfortable routines. Financial pressure, career setbacks, personal loss, or unexpected failures reveal whether your life is supported by temporary motivation or lasting discipline. Those who rely only on excitement often collapse when circumstances become difficult because they have never trained themselves to act without emotional encouragement. Disciplined individuals understand that excellence is rarely exciting in the moment. It is often repetitive, quiet, and unnoticed. They continue showing up because they understand that every meaningful achievement is built one disciplined day at a time. They do not wait until conditions become perfect because they know perfection is an illusion. They begin with what they have, improve what they can, and trust that consistent effort eventually produces remarkable outcomes. One of the greatest benefits of daily discipline is that it reduces fear. Fear grows strongest when people feel powerless or unprepared. Each disciplined action reminds you that you still have influence over your future regardless of present circumstances. Even when the world feels uncertain, you can still control your attitude, your learning, your work ethic, and your response. These areas of control become anchors during chaotic seasons. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by everything beyond your influence, disciplined people focus entirely on the next meaningful action they can take. They understand that lasting change rarely happens through one dramatic breakthrough. It happens through thousands of small decisions made with intention and persistence. Discipline also teaches patience, a quality that becomes increasingly valuable in a world obsessed with immediate results. Modern society encourages instant gratification, making it easy to abandon worthwhile goals when progress appears slow. Resilient people resist this temptation because they understand that meaningful growth often remains invisible for long periods. Just as roots grow beneath the surface before a tree rises toward the sky, personal development often occurs long before visible success appears. Every disciplined effort strengthens skills, knowledge, emotional stability, and confidence, even when external rewards have not yet arrived. This understanding allows you to continue working without becoming discouraged by temporary delays. Another powerful aspect of discipline is its ability to simplify difficult decisions. When positive habits become automatic, you spend less energy debating whether to do what is necessary. You simply act because your identity has changed. You no longer exercise only when inspired. You no longer learn only when convenient. You no longer pursue excellence only when circumstances are favorable. Your routines become part of who you are rather than something you occasionally attempt. This consistency creates stability during unpredictable seasons because your standards remain unchanged regardless of external conditions. Resilience also grows when discipline helps you recover from failure more quickly. Everyone experiences setbacks, but disciplined individuals refuse to allow one mistake to define the rest of their journey. They understand that perfection is unnecessary for progress. Missing one opportunity, making one poor decision, or experiencing one disappointing outcome does not erase months or years of consistent effort. Instead of wasting energy on regret, they return their attention to the habits that continue moving them forward. This ability to recover rapidly prevents temporary failures from becoming permanent limitations. Every return to disciplined action strengthens the belief that setbacks are interruptions rather than endings. Daily discipline gradually transforms the way you view yourself. Instead of seeing yourself as someone hoping for success, you begin to recognize yourself as someone who earns progress through consistent effort. That identity influences every future decision because people naturally act in ways that align with who they believe they are. A resilient person does not avoid challenges because challenges become opportunities to strengthen the very qualities they value most. They understand that each difficult season offers another chance to reinforce patience, courage, adaptability, and determination. Over time, these qualities become deeply rooted within their character, allowing them to remain steady while others become discouraged. The greatest reward of disciplined resilience is not simply achieving external success, but becoming the kind of person who can handle success responsibly. Hard times shape wisdom, consistency builds confidence, and disciplined habits create a level of inner stability that cannot be easily shaken by failure or inflated by achievement. Every sunrise becomes another opportunity to strengthen your character through intentional action, and every challenge becomes another reminder that true resilience is built one disciplined decision at a time. One day you will look back on this difficult chapter. You will remember the nights when everything felt uncertain, the mornings when progress seemed invisible, and the moments when quitting felt reasonable. But if you continue moving forward, you will also realize something remarkable. The hardships you once feared were quietly building the wisdom, resilience, and character you needed for the life waiting ahead. Hard times do not arrive to destroy your future. They arrive to reveal the strength you never knew you possessed.